Hey guys, welcome to the Fight Tonight channel. The star American lightweight Ryan Garcia hopes that the absolute world champion in his weight, George Kambosos, will not risk fighting Vasily Lomachenko or Devin Haney in the next fight. I hope that Kambosos will not fight a difficult opponent in the next fight. I hope that he will have a good fight and win in Australia for his compatriots. If Kambosos fights Lomachenko or Haney, it is unclear whether he will win. He will have good chances, but he probably won't beat them, and this will bury our fight. I think that our fight with him will be huge, definitely bigger than the fights with Lama and Haney. I hope that he will choose this path, but if not, then I will find a way to get to where I need to be, Ryan Garcia said in an interview. Dennis Berinchik, the third number of the WBO lightweight ranking, believes that Australian George Kambosos has no chance in a potential duel with ex-world champion in three weight classes Vasily Lomachenko. If he attempts a duel with Loma, it will be his fatality. He and the promoter will make the wrong decision. Kambosos is a normal, spiritual guy. Fights. However, I think that with Vasily Lomachenko's technique and the way he is gaining momentum after injury, I think Vasily will grind him to powder. What should you do after defeating Kambosos? We need to stop Haney. We need to take the regular WBC belt from him and then either change the category or some other couple of lightweight fights, Berinchik said. Friends, before starting to watch this video, I would like to ask you to subscribe to my channel. If you really enjoy the content, then please subscribe to my channel and keep watching the videos. If you are subscribed, then you receive notifications about the release of new videos. You do not even have to look for anything personally. I really want to get 100 subscribers on my channel. I'm trying very hard, absolutely every day, and I need your support. Your likes, comments, reposts to social networks. Thanks to everyone who subscribes to my channel. You are my support. Thank you so much. Undefeated American lightweight Ryan Garcia claims that the absolute champion of his division, George Kambosos, promised to fight with him, but then got angry at him because of the forecast for their potential duel. I like Kambosos. I think he is a good dude. I praised him, told him a long time ago, "Hey man, you can beat Teofimo Lopez. Good luck to you, do your job." He replied, "Yeah man, if I beat him, I promise you will be the first to get a chance to fight for titles." Everything was cool, but then someone asked me how our fight with Kambosos will turn out. We are competitors. I said I will knock him out in 7 rounds, because I think so, and then he got burned because of it, Garcia said. Absolute lightweight champion Australian George Kambosos has been maliciously trolling his potential opponent American Devin Haney lately. Kambosos plans to hold the debut defense of all belts in Australia, since there is no top promoter and a contract with a major teleplatform behind his back. The Australian is ready to listen to the proposal of the applicants. As it turned out, Haney has nothing to offer. Streaming DAZN is not very interested in investing money in this fight. We previously voiced possible reasons. The promoter as a here tries in every possible way to convince Kambosos that all these rumors are lies. I like George, a cool dude. I don't want to find fault with his words, but it looks like someone lied to him. DAZN is very pleased with the cooperation with Haney, and yes, they are also very interested in a potential fight of Kambosos against Ryan Garcia. No one hides that George is a tasty morsel now, and we have already held preliminary talks with DAZN, and we already have a concrete proposal for the Kambosos. We put our offer in writing and sent it to George and his promoter Ludibella. There has been no response yet. Devin is ready to fight, he recalls. I hope George sees it. Haney is ready to get on a plane tomorrow and fly to fight in Australia. He is ready to fight for the title of Absolute. There are no problems. Neither with finances, nor with vaccination. Zero problems. We accept the fight. And we are ready to accept it now, and not in August or September, very much like a hint to Ryan Garcia, who first has an interim fight with Emmanuel Tagoe. Let's have a fight for the title of absolute champion of the division. I've been for it since day one. And once again, yes, George, they lied to you. Devin's father doesn't understand what George is writing about at all, Hearn says. After all, we are negotiating with dozen. After all, we know that there is money. It's all word. I understand that Ryan Garcia is very popular, and I admit that Dozen prefers the Kambosos vs Garcia fight. But I claim that we have already made an offer to George together with them, and we have already worked out together with them the structure of how to organize all this. If you want to be real absolute, then agree, George. And don't blame Devin for being a coward. He is definitely not going to get cold feet. I think Kambosos deserves it. Deserves his moment of glory. Now he is the main boar at 61.2 kilograms. That's why Devin agrees to fight in Australia. I understand that George can choose Vasily Lomachenko, but the title of absolute is not there. But here is once again trying to play his best card. The title confusion from the WBC, who have two champions in the lightweight division at once. Haney is the owner of the regular belt, and Kambosos is the owner of a franchise belt. Early, Hearn said that Kambosos is mistaken about his price, and top coach Robert Garcia, top lightweight prospect American Ryan Garcia decided to challenge his mentor. He left at Reynosa for Gervonta. Already on April 9, he has his first fight with a new coach in the corner. In San Antonio, he will fight with African Emmanuel Tagoe. Garcia announced his decision via social networks. I'm glad to announce that from now on I will train with a member of the International Boxing Hall of Fame Gervonta, as well as with father Henry Garcia. Joe has had several decades of successful work with champion fighters in his career. I already worked with Joe when I was a teenager, and we have a great working relationship. I look forward to continuing our journey together. From now on, I will train at my First King gym in San Diego, and my goal remains the same. I want to become a world champion, Garcia said. Ryan thanking Reynoso is one he has spent the last 3.5 years. I want to thank him for everything. He has been working in my corner since 2018. I learned a lot from him. And I'm not just talking about training inside the ring. We have built an incredibly friendly relationship, for which I will always be grateful to him. On behalf of my entire team, I want to wish Eddie to remain as successful in the future. Last October, Reynoso's top fighter Mexican Canelo Alvarez said, a bad sign. Ryan Garcia is not 100% devoted to boxing. The American first struggled with depression, then underwent surgery. He did not enter the ring with more than 12 months. Leo Santa Cruz welcomes a rematch with Gervonta Tank Davis. The WBA super featherweight champion spoke to the DAZN boxing show about facing the knockout artist for a second time. After 16 months away, Leo Santa Cruz returned to the ring last weekend with a points win against Kenan Carvajal in Las Vegas. This was Santa Cruz's first fight since being brutally knocked out by Gervonta Davis. But while many would not dare share a ring with Tank for a second time, the four-weight world champion likes the idea of a rematch with one of the boxing's most exciting talents. Of course, Santa Cruz said when asked whether he would welcome a rematch with Davis on the DAZN boxing show. Right after the fight, a couple of weeks after, I told my team to give me the rematch against Gervonta Davis. I don't know if they went and asked him, but he said no. When it came to discussing his game plan for a second fight with Davis, Santa Cruz believes he needs to be more evasive in order to avoid Tank's powerful punches. Work a little more in my power, get a little bigger, throw my punch